real right now.
Mr. DL.
222 222. Who's off? I could just lose your mind.
Hey, DL.
Yo.
DL, was that, come on, man. Was that real feet in the snow?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Oh.
because he crazy.
Oh. I seen that shit, I almost crashed. No, I said, wait a minute. I said, there goes Foot Patrol. Yo, hold up. Indo. Yo, so what's up? You didn't feel that?
No, I could be out in the snow for a good 3 minutes probably.
Oh, he said 3 minutes. Yo, Tanya, was you out there, Tanya?
Yeah, no, she was inside.
No, I'm not crazy.
So you actually seen him walk outside with no shoes and socks on?
Listen, I specifically for Christmas bought him shoes that he could go outside and be a Viking with. But he is who he is, and who am I to get in the way of that, right?
I like how all the people appreciate his new body from becoming a vegan. That was really cool.
People are so dumb. Some people actually thought that was him. It's like, come on now.
Hey, way you had the J
someone inboxed me and said you looked better with hair, and I was just like, bro.
Yo, and the thing had the Jay Leno chin too. I was like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
I had to make that one. Someone made that and sent it in.
That shit is hilarious.
The one with the J. Cole hair. Yeah. All right, we ready?
Wait, one more picture and we'll be ready. Because then I can put it on airplane mode and push
Yo,
it
but I tell you
to
what.
the top so my phone don't die.
Yo, I tell you what though, right?
Okay.
When I sent you that little clip today,
yeah.
Yo, dude, I never noticed that shit. I was like, I just was going through pics, and I was like, oh shit, dude got the big joint like holding it in front of me, and I'm on some tall shit, not really looking like down there. And then the way you just played it off and then wiped your shirt off, I said, this dude's wild. It was like,
all right, here we go.
Hey, I showed it to Phil. We had to laugh because I was like, yo, look at this DL. I didn't even see him and he's like basically like holding this shit up, and I'm like, and he's like, oh well, right?
Oh well, I'll smoke it. All right, we
nothing
good?
To see him. Yo. That was a good one, but I had me rolling because I was looking for something else, and I seen that. I said, oh shit, that shit. Because I had probably asked you already, can you roll up one? And you you know what I mean? And you presented all nicely, shit. I'm like, oh, you see you like you was invisible and shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready, TL? I was about to say, you ready, TL?
TL, Mrs. TL.
Yo.
Mrs. TL.
TL.
The man who hates Mr. T.
All right, yo. We are here, the 101st episode of the Danger Zone podcast.
101, son. 101,
on to
son.
the NFL playoffs. We're cruising.
Great.
Man.
Doing great. So what's up? What's going on in the world of hip hop, Big Shoot?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. So on one and two, let me let you people know. When people don't really understand how things be going, but they think that because we're at our 100th episode that we're rich, right? So like, yo,
we are.
They think,
but not
we are man on our own shit. We rich like Thanksgiving plate with the cranberry sauce, when none of them cranberries in it though. But yo,
I would like cranberries in mine.
No forks.
You like cranberry sauce?
I don't, but if I'm gonna eat cranberry sauce, I want like homemade cranberry sauce. I don't want it from a jar.
Well, I like it, but I like jelly. Them cranberries in there, I'm not fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so what we got here is, let me find something real quick. I got few things over here.
Like and subscribe.
Say whip cocaine in the pot. Yeah, that sounds good. We're gonna talk about, I think, Keith. You know, the dude that's locked up, man.
Keefe D?
For Keith D.
Keefe
You
D.
know what I mean?
Keith D?
Yep. So Keith D is allowed house arrest if he can make a $750,000 bail in the Tupac murder case. Keith D has learned that sometimes justice is not black or white, but green. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just speaking to somebody who was like, doing 8 months, and then someone else had the same crime, and they was out in 30 days because it was the lawyer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's according to the Associated Press, the judge overseeing the Tupac murder trial against the ex-gang leader has set a $750,000 cash bail. What's more, the judge ruled that the accused killer of West Coast hip-hop legend can serve it house arrest. Imagine that one. If he's able to come up with the cash, provided he wears an ankle monitor. If he does so, Keith D's appointed attorney petitioned the court for leniency. They also said he will not flee before trial, and they were hoping that the judge set the bail no higher than $100,000. So he put it there. Maybe it means he can't get it, or most likely he won't, because Suge Knight ain't out here. So you know what I mean? He might have got it for him. So
if you can't make all right, so what is that? He has to come up with $75,000, so he could sell a book right now for $1 million. Right now, he could sit right there, sitting in jail. He could sell a right to a book right now for $750,000.
Let me tell you something. So I've been out of the spot. I've been out of lockup for many, many years, and it's still amazing to me when I think about people who are really doing their bit at the crib. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like loving to do that. You know what I mean? Like with that bracelet shit on. And trust me, the way I turned my life around. So if that's what I'm giving, that aspect right there, my shit is turned around. My shit is turned around way more earlier than when I did. You see what I'm saying? You know, because it's like I was that type of dude that like, yo, I can't go nowhere.
I feel like if you're on house arrest, you get arrested. Because people like to test the boundaries. You know, you've seen people out with their ankle monitor. Yeah. Like, what kind of radius do you have on those things?
Yo,
I bought weed off a dude with an ankle monitor.
Yo,
allegedly.
That was years ago, but it's all good.
Them shits are serious though, because once you go past the point, you don't hit them. You might not see them dudes for weeks, but the warrant already went out. Yeah. So then they're gonna come get you when you least expect it. When you sitting at the table eating that cornbread and some turkey or some rice gravy, they gonna knock on the door. The worst thing about getting locked anyway is if you're an addict, it's crazy. But for it to happen when you don't know about it. So for you to be like, you know, sideswiped and you gotta go, that's the fucked up part. Yeah. You couldn't even be high, which would be worse. So that never happened to me. But back to what we was talking about, Keith D's trying to make house, get that bail. We'll see what happens. In the meanwhile, you know, I heard like when he was in jail and shit, you know, they probably got his ass whooped about 3 times. But, you know, such is life.
Probably because, you know, Tupac is a universally loved artist from all walks of life. Love Tupac. Yeah. He's a celebrity. He's got a big mouth. I'm assuming that shit isn't really going to go your way with all those 3 things stacked against you in there. You know?
Nah. So, have you ever been universally loved?
No.
Yeah. You keep shoveling snow barefoot, it'll never happen. Yo, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, we still gonna see the outcome of this shit though, because it's so much that like it's old, so maybe it's not as prevalent to people what's going on, you know. But we did always sit and always want to be knowing, like, damn, you know, it'd be good if somebody caught them. Like I got a couple of friends that got clapped, and ain't nobody caught the dudes who did that to them. You see what I'm saying? So, you know. And as time goes by, someone once said, man, I don't care who it is and what it is. I was checking some things today. Some things, rest in peace, Luther Vandross, Barry White, James Brown. A few of them, I was checking them out today when they died. And they were all pretty young in their 50s. The oldest one was James Brown. The rest of them was in their 50s, you know what I mean? And you just think about, man, how once they died, you look back at it and be like, damn, that shit was 12 years ago. That shit was 14 years ago. Because once the initial impact of death and sorrow and how people feel emotions, once that passes, right, then everybody returns to normal. And each year pushes it further and further out. You know what I mean? Whereas like people like, oh, they caught who killed Tupac. People like, oh, they did? But then they still, on the other hand, they're like, oh, you know what I mean? Because since then, plenty of people have been murdered and plenty of crazy shit's happened.
I think with the
hip hop related too. So
I think with the
you know,
Tupac
it's just crazy
situation,
this time.
I think with the Tupac situation, I feel like everyone's already made their mind up on what they think happened, and like they're like, oh, this is how he died. It was the Illuminati. So I don't care what evidence they come up with or who admitted this or what footage I saw. I've already decided how Tupac died. Or there's some people who think he lives in Cuba. Or
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking on that, it's the same thing, man. Where one of our favorite topics, O.J. Simpson.
OJ.
There's a bunch like he could come out tomorrow and say, "Yeah, I killed everybody," but then maybe I didn't, and we don't give a fuck. Like at this point, it's like whatever. Like, you know, it's so long ago. Whereas whatever comes up, like he went and did that bit for going back to trying to retrieve his items.
Yeah.
Like nobody really paid attention that dude was in jail like all that time. You see what I'm saying?
When he was approaching release, O.J. Simpson's always going to get clicks. O.J. Simpson's story was always going to get clicks. People, that's another one that you're saying. That people have made up their mind on O.J. Simpson. Doesn't matter what evidence comes out or doesn't come out. I think this or I think that. And I think that's what the Tupac thing, and that's why it wasn't. Like, if that news came out 10 years ago, the shit would have been hitting.
Of course. Of course.
You know, like, and
I mean, things, unfortunately, man, when life is lost, you know, like, time glosses over it. I was once told by the brother Yusuf Muhammad that after pain comes ease. The brother was a young brother that said this years ago. When you scrape yourself, you get a scab, right? The scab heals it. Then the scab falls off and you're back to feeling better. Yeah. And you forget all about when you scratch yourself unless someone brings it up like, oh, what happened to that right on your arm? Right? Oh, yeah, shit, I fell like 17 years ago. You know what I mean? So the sad part to me is we can't do nothing. Like, people say they're scared to die. Well, you can't be scared to die because all we know is life. We don't know death. Yeah. You know what I mean? So maybe you're scared of the act of dying. I don't know. But I'm just saying, when that's done, it's done. And when people are gone, they're gone. You know what I mean? You got people, man, on some shit where as soon as I know this for shit I've seen, as soon as someone died, the dudes is trying to get with the dude's wife. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, or vice versa. This shit I've seen, like, this shit really happens. You know what I mean? So people, like, once this shit is done, it's almost sad that how that's like that. You know, even with children, I've seen it. You know, where like I lost a child, you know, God forbid someone loses a child. It's the saddest and toughest thing, but life keeps going on because what can you actually do? You could have the memory alive and keep it like that's all we can really do. Keep that alive in our hearts and our minds, but that day to day, that shit goes on. Yeah. You know what I mean? That day to day shit goes on, man. But yeah. What else? You got something else over there? Because I got some real silly shit too.
I got a few. I got quick ones. Do you know who's going to be a commentator at the Paris Olympics?
The Paris? Let me see. Some sucker. Is he a sucker?
No, I don't think he's a sucker. I think maybe Bloods would think he was a sucker.
Oh, who?
Bloods.
Is it Snoop?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
Oh man.
So maybe he's not a sucker. Football and basketball.
Hey, maybe he's not a sucker, but sometimes when I see him with the Skechers, I say, "Yo, them are the foot of a sucker."
Nah, he's going cha-ching.
I'm not wearing Skechers.
Yeah,
so I'm not wearing Skechers. If Skechers were convertible, I wasn't wearing them. Go ahead, man.
He's joining NBC for their coverage of the, what would that be? Is it this year? The 2024 Olympics, yeah.
I was like, it's not 2000. You said 2000 and you stopped.
From where, Ben? Gay Paris.
Yo, I love Paris. Hey, I love.
It is. It's a happy
I love
place.
Paris. I love Paris because, you know, like I tell you, I think I might have told you that story. So when we go to school, you know, we all got to take a language, right? And so a lot of kids were taking Spanish, right? Mad kids. And because people will tell them too, oh, that's easy. Or some kids were taking Spanish. So that was how that was.
I wanted
And
to
then you
take
had the-
French, and they made me take Spanish.
So they had the weird kids too that was taking like Russian and what's that shit they don't use no more?
Latin.
Latin.
Yeah. People, you knew they was mad smart and weird taking Latin, whatever, right? So you like, okay. So I'm taking French. When we go in class, first of all, I'm a wild kid or whatever. We go to class, you gotta have a French name, right? This is how the teacher was, man. I could see her face as I'm explaining this shit to y'all. And she said, so what's your name gonna be? So I picked Claude. I'm this old. I remember that shit was like the 9th grade or 8th grade something. I was like, Claude. And she said, and then, I come in class and she'd be like, hello, Claude, or whatever. I'd be like, yo, right? I'm on some shit like, listen, my name ain't Claude. But then I played along with it,
Yeah.
And she
Wait,
said,
how do you
never
spell
know.
that?
Claude.
Claude.
Oh,
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Claude.
Claude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I thought you
so
said
I learned
Claude.
some
Me
things.
too.
The James
I learned some things in that class, like the pen, the pencil, and la fenêtre, and
Menage a trois.
qu'est-ce que c'est,
Qu'est-ce que
je
c'est?
m'appelle, all that. So
Pesci.
listen, so I'm listening, I'm learning all that. But she's saying she said you might go to Paris one day. I'm a ninth grade kid, right? I said,
Here
that
comes
ain't
the
my ain't going to
smart-assness.
Paris. I'm not going to Paris, right? And as y'all know, and the whole world know, I done been to Paris like, I don't know, 50 times better. You see what I'm saying? So, and you know what one of the dopest things was? When I get on the microphone and I say, je m'appelle Big Shoe. And they go, ah, and I'm like, yo, this shit, I'm really saying this shit over here. Now, this was years ago. Now, y'all know me.
Como te pel tú?
I like to mess around too. So I used to say, knowing that, see, at one point in hip hop, you go over there and talk shit and say shit on the mic now. They know what you're saying. Everybody's more versed. I don't know, they go on social media and watch it a million times. They gonna know what's going on. But back in the days earlier when we was going out, I would be like, does everyone want to come with me? Hey! Then I say, all Smith for everyone. Ah! Like anything you said, motherfuckers was just cheering. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, but I knew a little French words I would use.
The danger zone.
And shout out to the Asian woman I recently was there a couple of years ago, and she was in the
She knows who she is.
she was in the lobby, and she worked there, and she was like, you are what she said, you are waiting for your Uber. I said, what? Right, yo, and I'm messing with her, cause like she said Uber. I said Uber, right? And she said, yes, your Uber. I said, what is an Uber? Right, so we going back and forth, and then I let her know I'm messing with her, cause she started getting a little flustered. You know what I mean? So it just was crazy, because we in Paris, and the motherfucker said your Uber's outside, but she Asian, probably grew up there, because her accent was strong. And she was like, Monsieur, your Uber is outside. I said, my underwear? Nah, I'm not playing. But I mean, you know what I mean? It works. But
I
yo,
have a friend, she's Chinese, but she learned Spanish while she was in Dominican Republic. So when she speaks Spanish, she has an authentic accent. And people just look at her like, what? I get it.
Dominican,
it's like you just don't, it's something unexpected.
the Dominican, oh, then you got me on some shit now. A good one is, I heard somebody say, now, like, what y'all gonna be doing? What y'all want? Country as hell. Country ass twang. Then I turned around, I was like, damn, she country as hell.
Yeah, remember that?
Then I turned around, and that was a Chinese woman, right? So she was born in Alabama and grew up in Georgia. But that shit was the first time I seen that. I was like 18.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Remember how funny that Asian girl that spoke the Southern Mama?
Yeah. We loved her. But it's interesting because
DL.
depending on where you grew up, because in Puerto Rico, even different towns have different dialects. So then you hear somebody speak and you're
Well,
like,
that's how America is.
You're from, absolutely. You're from here. Oh, you're from here. Like
People from Pennsylvania really say the L in words. Like this, instead of we say walk, I'm walking. They say we're walking, walk. In Massachusetts, they don't say the R's at the end of their words, but at the beginning of the words, they say them. It's very weird.
Listen,
not everybody in Massachusetts has like a thick accent either.
White people do. Most
yeah, that's true.
Because people
But
like
yo,
in
you know
Hyde
what's
Park
funny?
or something
The
like
only
that.
black person I know with an Massachusetts accent is DJ Slim. Shout out to DJ Slim.
Oh yeah. With a list. He got a Massachusetts accent with a list.
Got it, like
you know
a
what I'm saying?
plane.
Yeah, he has Massachusetts accent, 100%.
Yeah.
He throws off
Yo,
my theory.
Yeah.
Hey, funny story now that you mentioned Slim. So there was this beat, the shit was slaying. The beat was dope. So I was like, yo, we was over his crib. I said, yo, let me get that. And then we'll rhyme on that. He said, yeah, because I did a feature for him years back. So me and Singapore get on that and rhyme on it. And then I had in my kick, you know how we used to carry little CDs back in the day. So I had it in my little cut.
Yeah.
And I left it at ERS. You know what I mean? So then they started playing it. This is Big Silk shit. So now they just playing the hell out of it, right? That wasn't nothing to come out of nothing. It was just they did. So then somebody hit him up, and he said he hit us up because it wasn't even his beat to give us.
Oh,
Like
no.
that shit was wild. So and you know my intentions wasn't to have it played on ERS or nothing like that, but you know, like just using my name, I'm Suge. So these people got some new music from Suge, the way that worked, and like we're gonna run with this. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shoot, like I'm laughing because we kind of like commandeered that anyway and just like rhymed on it.
Yeah.
But then when they hear it on there, and then he got like someone said something to him. Oh man, like and then you don't get no credit, not because I didn't know, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yo, we got a couple of things here too. But one thing that's been crazy, as we all know, we're on the same page, is I think one of the silliest shits next to rap shit is that the comedy beef thing is funny as hell. That comedy thing is like, yo.
I mean,
comedy.
I think comedy needs this shit. I'm not a big Cat Williams fan. I know that's where you're going, but I think comedy needs this. There's nothing funnier than watching two fantastic comedians roast each other.
Well, here's the thing, like about Cat Williams. So yeah, I like Cat Williams, but that even like my thing. My thing was more that the fact that certain things that were said by him, you know, those who should know by now that he was on the Shay show and he said quite a few things. But some things he said, he just said whatever. But some things you already knew. Like I already knew him. You know what I mean? Like Steve Harvey with that wig, you know, and some other shit. Like I found out, like this was before social media. So some things he was saying, I was like, damn, you know, you can see cats being like that too. Like, have you ever found Steve Harvey to be mad funny to you?
No, I can appreciate that he probably is funny in real life. Like he's probably a funny guy, but I don't find his stand-up really to be that funny.
So this is what I see in that. I see like Will Smith. Will Smith's a funny dude, like in movies and different shit he'll do, but you couldn't see him as a stand-up dude. But Steve Harvey was being a stand-up dude for a minute. And then guess what? The best thing that happened to any of them comedians, comedy dude, because Drew Carey was another one. And who's the other one on Let's Make a Deal? Wayne Brady. These dudes were all comedians. Guess what? When that $1 million gold boat job rolled through to be a game show host that's already established, I'm out of here.
That's
You know what I'm
national,
saying? Like,
that's on TV, that's every day.
I don't got to come up with these jokes and all that shit. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's tough. It's tough, but you could tell. Like, for instance, so Kings of Comedy, and I used to think this back in the day, Kings of Comedy, so it was D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, and Cedric the Entertainer. Like, me personally, out of that group, I always was like, yo, Bernie Mac is funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Out of that fucking group.
That's me too. Bernie Mac and Cedric the Entertainer, I think Cedric the Entertainer is one of the best ever. But I don't really like D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey much. You know?
Not that I don't like them, but it's like if you give me a choice, it'd be the other two.
I think Cedric though, man. I mean, even though there's a couple lines he had that I just never forgot them, but even when he's doing that character in Barbershop, and the dude said he was from Pakistan, and that motherfucker said, "You better Pakistan your motherfucking asshole."
He has a show, and he's like funny in it.
He's funny in everything.
Yeah, like
his name is perfect. He's Cedric the Entertainer. He does it all. Like he
because
does it
you
all.
know what? something people don't know, that dude can sing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He does it all.
A lot of those dudes is so multi-talented, comedian dudes. Like, look at Jamie Foxx is the one that, I mean, to me, as far as you want to talk about probably the most talented person known as a comedian, but as an actor and singer, all that, it has to be him. Like, he has to be one of the greatest entertainers ever.
Yeah,
You know what
I think more people. I think most people probably forget Jamie Foxx used to be a comedian because he's more known as being an actor. I feel like I never think Jamie Foxx the comedian. I feel we were introduced to him from. I mean, he was probably on Def Comedy Jam, but we were really introduced to him on Living Color acting.
Yeah, that's what I remember him. But that I feel like that is comedy, so I guess that's why I associate comedy with him.
He was I'm gonna tell you, I literally went to the worst movie, probably the worst movie I've seen. What he was in with Tommy
The Danger Zone.
Him and Tommy Davidson, that shit Sprung.
Oh,
that
Sprung,
shit was
yeah. Some girl. There was Keisha Campbell in that movie. So there was a girl in that movie that was big at the time too.
Probably, but the craziest, like so I'm watching this movie with Phil. We watching the movie, and there was a certain part that something happened. And we left the theater because it was so corn. It was so corn.
We've done that. We've left the movie theater when the movie's bad. We're like, we're not gonna sit through this.
Yo, we was out. It was probably a mad movie left. I don't know if it was a part where he had no condom, so dude wrapped his whole body up with saran wrap. You know what I'm saying? And
that sounds funny.
Oh
wait, was it a dating movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Sprung. That shit was cool.
Okay, now I know what movie it is.
Anything can be funny or not funny. It's all in the presentation of it and the delivery of it. You know
what's funny though?
Any situation can be funny.
It was like stupid funny.
Yo,
it wasn't like
I'm laughing.
Sexy.
I'm laughing because I literally know a dude who didn't have any condoms and wrapped his joint with saran wrap. And thought that shit was gonna work, like for real, for real. He know who he is. If he ever pay attention to this, I'm like, dude, are you serious? And he was like, yo, I wrapped it mad tight. I was like, yo, saran wrap. But anyway,
I wrapped it mad tight, so when I came, I had nowhere to go except back into the girl.
The danger zone. The danger zone.
Hey, it only went backwards, so now I'm pregnant.
The danger zone. The danger zone.
Holy shit.
Stupid. Hey, that shit is stupid. I gotta chop and screw that because then someone will just chop that part and say, Big Sugar's pregnant. You know what I mean?
That's so fucking funny.
But also, one thing I wanted to squeeze in there, pause, is
Who wants to squeeze in
you don't have to pause, you can squeeze it in the girl.
yeah, that's true.
There's no pause.
But I was
Danger Zone.
Hey, West Side Gun responds to the claim that he ruined Travis Scott's Utopia song.
Yeah.
West Gun has laughed off criticism from a fan claiming he ruined Travis Scott's Utopia with his guest appearance. The Buffalo native teamed up with LaFlame and brought LaFlame his gritty raps to Lost Forever in July. And over 5 months later, his verse is still generating chatter. One fan hopped into Gun's Twitter replies to disparage his rhymes. Hold on. He said West Side Gun ruined one of the best tracks on Utopia with annoying high-pitched voice. Lost Forever had a potential to be the best track on there, the fan wrote in disappointment. The Fly Guard replied with one of his bars and clowned the disgruntled listener about how that verse earned him another Grammy nomination. So, listen. Do you eat avocado? DL?
No.
Do you eat avocado?
Motherfucker, I eat avocado.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying this is because guess what? Some things are for some folks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some different strokes, different folks, you know the deal. So some people like West Side Gun and some people don't mix the thing together. Like you don't want to see Bun B rapping with Eminem. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just different things that's not going, it ain't going to jive like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey. But go ahead, man. You got something, man.
Jay-Z, the Jigga Man, Sean Carter is an Emmy Award winner for his role in directing the Super Bowl halftime show. And
word?
And then he came up today and said, someone asked him, are you ever going to be on the halftime stage, Jay-Z, you're in control. Why aren't you up there? And he said, that's exactly why I'm not up there. That shit's fucking corny as fuck if I put myself on that stage. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's cool.
I don't know.
But
He
also,
just dissed everybody who's been up there.
No, he's not dissing anybody. He's saying it's corny for me to take control of this thing and then put myself on stage.
I see now.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
here's how I look at that, though. I feel like he could put the proper show together, though, like with him, and like just pull Nas up, or like just to a few people, where I think it would be mad dope, though. Or he could do his own, huh?
Chingy.
Yep. Well, he could do him and him and Beyonce could flip that too. Like it's so much that he really could do up there with
house
that.
Would come down.
Yeah, I hear what he's saying though.
Yeah,
I think it's respect.
I hear him.
Yeah.
I hear him too, but
as a fan, I'm like, I don't care. I want you on.
I would. Yeah, me too. Show. Me too. I agree with you, Tanya, because I be on some shit like, I think it'd be. Listen, I would just see Jay-Z by himself, sold out motherfucking garden, TD Garden, about 5 or 6 DJs, some band players or whatever. This dude was by himself. Yeah. This whole shit was rocking. You know what I mean? This whole, that whole shit was, to me, I was just amazed because I was like, I'm talking about there wasn't no opening acts. There wasn't no background, nothing of nothing. It was just him in the middle. He rose up from the ground, did some other shit, and then you had clothes changes, wardrobe changing, and it was just such a dope show.
I could see one dude. I could see it be easy for it to be easier to rock that crowd at Madison Square Garden that all came to see you. Everyone in that building's here. I'm here to see Jay-Z. I'm not here to see the Patriots. I'm not here to see the Chiefs. I'm here to see Jay-Z. Than it is to do the Super Bowl crowd. But on the TV, when we see the ill production that the television puts on for us, it looks amazing. Like we don't really know. Like half those people are sitting there looking at their phone or pissing or getting a beer. You know what I mean?
What's the big? The biggest thing we know about Jay-Z. And a lot of these things you don't know about artists or you don't think about until you're involved in something. And is how many hits that they have.
Yeah.
Somebody like him, like right now we're sitting we're not gonna sit in our daily makeup and Jay-Z has about 30 hits or he has this and that. No, we're not gonna do that. But when you hear it in the show, you like, damn.
No.
That's why he can do that halftime shit by himself.
Yeah.
It's too many of them songs.
He's probably got 30 records. I thought the same thing about. I recently went to see Janet Jackson, and I always knew Janet Jackson had a lot of songs. Obviously, like I was like, if you were to ask me before I went to see how many hit songs does Janet Jackson have, I would be like, I don't know, like 5, and that's a lot to say 5 hit records. And it's like a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't until I was at the concert, I'm like, holy shit. She's been singing for 2 hours, and I know all these songs, and I've never bought a Janet Jackson CD. So it's like
that's how
That's
how it was with Jay. It was like, damn, song after song after song. To the most obscure joints he did was on that latest album he had at the time, where it's like the songs didn't have enough time to really generate like all the rest of it. It's like 50 Cent. 50 Cent goes on that big tour, but I mean, he's performing all these hits, but he's not by himself either, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He got a little contingency and Busta in them. This dude Jay is like every one of them songs. And you think about them too, you be like, oh shit, New York. Oh shit, Brush My Shoulders Off. Oh shit, Hard Knock Life. Oh shit, everything but Hawaiian Soul.
So if you're 50 Cent, right, and you're going on tour and you have to pick another act, what do you pick? Do you pick an act that's close to you, like a Busta Rhymes, or do you go like, I'm gonna go on tour with 311 or a rock band to really try to fill this place, to have more of a chance to fill this venue?
Well, I think you kind of go. I think you kind of go the rap route like that because of who he was, and they were a bunch of pop type of songs, type of heavy crossovers.
Yeah.
Because the underground shit and stuff like that was closer to that, like us. Like it really worked with us going on tour with Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy because we were doing packed coliseums, And we had everybody in that joint, like jamming to our shit, like everybody.
Yeah.
You know, beating the shit out of each other in mosh pits. But yo, whenever Big Shug and Freddie Fox don't walk it back in them times too, don't walk in a mosh pit, you already know it's like madness. You can see the madness.
Yeah.
You know, teeth flying, like people looking straight, bobbing their head. Next thing you know, they punched in the eye.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was crazy. Women getting shirts ripped off, stupid stuff. You know what I mean? So the mosh pits is the craziest shit. Like, man, listen.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But we made it work though. We was rocking, man. Like every night. First we was like, oh, this kind of weird. Little rock crowd and shit, you know. But nah. So
I did
50, I think he did it right like that. You know what I'm saying?
I did a few
you
tours.
know,
I did a few tours with Cypress, obviously, and one of the ones was who was that? Slipknot.
Slipknot. Oh,
Slipknot.
That was awesome.
It was Slipknot in Cypress Hill, bro. The entire floor was the mosh pit. Like there wasn't a section of the floor that wasn't a mosh pit. I was like, yeah, not for Cypress Hill. They had a mosh pit. Don't get me wrong. They had the mosh pit going, but when that Slipknot, like it's heavy. You know who Slipknot is, right? They're like heavy metal. Like that shit was nuts. I was like, wow.
So listen, one thing that used to get me too is, so what Gang Starr song that you think that used to have a mosh pit going wild?
I would. Let's see. I mean, the Militia, obviously, but
of course.
So
you right. You right.
So would you rap your verse in the mosh pit, or rap your verse then go into the mosh pit?
No, I wasn't even going in it.
Oh,
like,
okay. I see.
Me and Freddie went in a few times, man. We kind of lit shit up because we kind of had. You have to.
Yeah.
You had to. You got to go in there and lighten it up. Like you can't. We had a little radius around us, man, a couple of times because we went in there socking and bocking. You wait for them to bounce into you.
Yeah.
Once they bounce off you like that, then you start like you got a clock. But you won't get clocked. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, no, I know. Because
So-
I went on, dude. I used to be fucking that whole Onyx fucking movement. I was in that whole shit for years, and mosh pits are no joke, especially when you're trying to rap, or even if you're trying. All right, so Big Shug's in the mosh pit, and I'm the guy that's like just watching out for everybody. Someone's gonna hit you. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting there making sure Shug's good in the mosh pit, and someone's just gonna clonk you in the head, or push you from behind, or kick you in the legs, or fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I see
dangerous.
people like, yeah, and then all of a sudden they get clocked. I'm talking about they were on some, like if people are moving you around, you're kind of jamming, and it's like boom. I'm like,
Yeah.
Or elbows, all that. It's like
people
go
mosh.
loud. You
People
know,
like, what's a mosh pit? I was like, it's a bunch of people celebrating cheap shots. Like they're just walking around cheap shot people. Oh, he's not looking. You know, that's how it is. Like straight up.
You know the worst. You know what sport has their fans in the straight mosh pit? You know that sport?
Either like a soccer or a rugby, or maybe.
Boom, you batting 1,000. Go to a goddamn. Yo, you go to a soccer game, I'm trying to tell you, you better off like kind of sitting in the back. I'm talking about in Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over here, it's a little more control. In Europe,
South America.
and then dudes be skinny as hell, but they wild as hell. You know what I mean? Call them soccer hooligans. They'll fight me. They'll just be like, yo, crack bottles over their head, the crack bottles over their own head. You know what I mean? Like this shit is wild, man. I seen it. Like they're going there to get drunk and fight people. You know, like back in the day, them wrestling, I used to go to them wrestling matches sometimes. Fans was like having wrestling Ballerman Royals in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like on a regular. Hockey games too. Back in the day, they were straight brawling in them crowds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Facts.
But,
love hockey games, though.
huh?
I said I love hockey games. They're not as violent as they used to be.
I've never been. No.
Oh, nah. Because dudes start learning, like, people got more powerful and bigger, and they be like, yo, this dude is really whipping my ass. Yo, back in the day, a lot of beefs was even. And guess what? Think about how hardcore they were. They was fighting, plus they didn't have no helmets on. You know what I mean? So, and the average one didn't have no teeth, like missing some kind of teeth. You know, you be on, I remember Alex Ovechkin, even in them current times, was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with no front teeth. But it was normal to have no front teeth. Have a bunch of women, live life, be rich. right? But he was, you know, and you was at no front teeth. It didn't matter. You wasn't even gonna get fake joints. For what? You know what I mean? So, but hockey's something else.
Yeah.
You got something else over there?
Yeah, I got some celebrity news, some hot goss, some tea. Ladies, it's a lot wetter out there today, babe, right? So I heard it's a lot of wet bikini bottoms, if you know what I mean, out there today. Do you know why? There's a lot of wet bikini bottoms.
I have an inkling of what you're gonna say.
What is it?
Jason Momoa smoldering.
Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet have divorced. Aquaman himself. That's like I woke up and saw it trending. I was like, oh, this guy die or something?
Wow.
Why would you say some evil shit like
because
that?
Because number one trending celebrity name #1 trending is always, that's the first thing you always think about.
Yo, his name sounds sexy, Jason Momoa.
Yo, you gonna say the DL? Why would you say some evil shit like that?
Straight up.
Yeah.
So we had that.
Can't we just have something?
We had
she said, yo.
We had
evil. She said some evil shit, right? Hold up, man.
After longer than I can remember, Tiger Woods and Nike have cut ties.
Oh wow!
Tiger Woods is no longer fucking with Nike, or Nike's no longer fucking with Tiger Woods. I'm not sure, but
guess what?
Tiger Woods,
guess
yo.
What? Like $500 million later, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He made so much money off of them, and they made so much money off of him.
What?
He might have made
the part ways, right?
Yeah.
He might have made $1 billion off of them. Like I'm telling you, like, because think about it.
He was
he was that first, like, you know, black golfing dude, whatever, and everybody wanted to play. Yo, everybody. You even see grown men on shit. Yo, I'm Tiger Woods, or watch this Tiger Woods. You know what I mean? So it's like when I was telling LL, when I saw LL, I was like, yo, cats was grown men. You were like 16. And dudes like, yo, that's my dude. You know what I mean? Because it like him with that golf, it touched people like in a different way. It was like, yo, Tiger Woods, you know what I mean? Or if you were from the hood, they would call themselves Tiger Hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but Tiger Woods was hood. But he said he was wilding out with them chicks. Yeah, that boy was wilding, man. He was like,
yeah.
And he had a top model chick. His wife.
He went left.
And hey, guess what? Oh, it's so dope now though. His son is kind of nice.
Okay.
So they was doing his father-son tournament, whatever. It was kind of dope to see that. You know what I mean? Because you know he did that with his pops too. So you know.
Passing the torch.
And then the last thing was end of an era. One of my favorite shows ever. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David has announced that this will be the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and you gotta wonder, like, is he done? Is he walking away from Hollywood?
Maybe starting a new project.
Yeah, but okay, I'm down for a new Larry David project, but can lightning strike 3 times?
That man's a genius. He's hilarious.
He is a genius. Yo, like I always tell the story.
I think it can strike 3 times.
I can too.
Shout out to Larry David, because I'll always remember, like everyone knows, where I was in that movie with him, Clear History. Check it if you have it. And it was a one take type of audition. And I kind of knew, like I said, when I walked in there, like they told me what the deal was. He was improv, because I really didn't know all that, who he was, whatever. And she said, don't go in there trying to be funny or whatever. Like to people, I was like, come on, man. Yo, this is what I do. Like this, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And my nickname is AKA Fun and Games. So I go in there, right?
Call him that all the time.
And I said, I said something to Larry David. Yo, the dude started laughing, turned a little red a little bit. It was Larry. He says, he's good. Send everybody up. Them dudes never got to go in there. So and guess what? So it's another 2.
Locked it down.
You know, and it's another 2. It's about another 2 months or 3 before we shoot the movie.
Yeah.
And guess what? So I didn't see him at all. As soon as he seen me walking down the strip, he says, hey, Suge, Big Suge. Ain't no one around him. He's by himself. Hey, Big Suge. Hey, just do what you did at the audition, whatever it was. He says, you know, you're fine. Like, and that's it. Like, but I'm saying I hadn't seen this dude since that time.
You remember just
so he didn't forget. He didn't forget what was said, like what to him or whatever, you know, because I did say some crazy.
Remember.
I said some crazy shit having to do with Jesus sandals and some shit. But I remember that. Like I was like, and he was just like, psh. And my dudes that was out there in the room, you know how they get, they on some shit. It's 5 of us in the room to audition for this part. I went first. After that, they get sent home. It was like, you know what I mean? So
it's funny that
it's
funny that you didn't know who he was. Like you've I'm trying to think off the top. You've worked with Johnny Depp. What's her name there? I'm spacing.
Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Whatever. But Larry David is by far the most successful person of that list, and no one knows it really. You know, like no one really. If the average person was looking at those 3 people standing in a line and be like, who had the best, who came out the best out of these 3 people, no one would pick him.
They probably would think Sandra Bullock.
He sold the rights to Seinfeld for $500 million like 10 times. The Seinfeld plays on so many networks, dude. It's on Fox. It's on this channel. It's on Netflix. It's on Hulu. It's that guy has fucking so much bread.
Good for him.
Guess what? Guess what? So this dude, he like there's people that are on those shows, as we know, they for years now they haven't had to work again anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how
like those people, you don't see none of those people on nothing because they don't have to be on nothing. You know, we know the dude with the black kid kind of goofed this shit up, but they try to do a reboot. Yeah, you know what I mean? But still, sometimes things run their course. I was just when they were talking about Cat Williams and them about the Friday movie.
Yeah.
You know, like in Ice Cube too. Like you some people want to keep seeing something, but at some point, man, you like enough is enough. And dudes made money. Like right now, we do a lot of things with passion that we do. You know, speaking on Chef Tony Cole, DL, and myself. But, excuse me, in the next 2 years, if we can accrue, let's just say $60 million, right? We're going to do some of these things that we have the passion to be doing, but then you're going to do those other things. Like, you like, it's just different. It's the grind. Nobody can say the grind can't change.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of money, because there's different things you're doing. Like you're not, you know what I mean? You're not having to do this situation so you can get to this situation. And creativity can still be there, but guess what? You might want to go to Bahamas for a month. You know what I mean? You might want to go you know what I mean? You might want to go somewhere and just be like, yo, shit, I'm good. You know, but we got to get there. Like that's the thing. People are always getting there, trying to get to be that person. But if that happens tomorrow for us, which wouldn't be a bad thing. But if it happens tomorrow, you got 30 mil, you like, the game changes, it has to. That's life in itself. And all the people you said, all the movies I've been in, fortunately, all the motherfuckers is mad successful though. You know what I mean? Like think about it, Johnny Depp, Mark Wahlberg, Ben Affleck, who else we missed? Larry David, it's another one too, right? I don't know, but they're all successful people, like as far as through the movies and whatever, you know what I mean? So, and that's funny too, because I'm not in 100 movies, but the ones I'm in, motherfuckers, were some good.
What's the Mark Wahlberg one? I don't know that one.
Spencer Confidential.
Oh, okay. We just watched that yesterday.
Did we?
That's the one. I just watched that like 2 days ago. That's the one with Post Malone, right?
You didn't see me? You didn't see me?
Nah. Well, don't tell me because I think we might have fell asleep in the beginning. Don't tell me who you are. But yeah,
he said, don't tell me who you are.
Yeah.
We might have fell asleep.
No, I did as soon as I remember saying that because I do remember saying I'll finish this movie.
Yeah, but I know you're gonna see me though, so I mean, you know what I mean.
In the preview.
I know Dickie Skins. We saw Dickie Skins, so you must be after that.
Yeah, Dickie was in there. Pause. Yeah, you know.
The Danger Zone.
So yeah, that's all I got. Tanya had something she wanted to bring up that was pretty dope.
So Billboard came out with the top 100 R&B songs for the 21st century.
Mm-hmm.
Any guesses on any possible names that are gonna make the top 10?
Top 10?
Top 10.
And you said R&B
songs, 21st century. You could tell me artists, not the song.
I got one.
Okay.
Adele, Rolling in the Deep.
Okay.
Is that on there?
Wait, I'm gonna do the top 10.
So when you say R&B, are you saying that doesn't matter if they're slow or fast?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, so I would think Always and Forever by Heatwave. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but I don't think that came out in the 21st century.
21st century. That's for at the year 2000, right?
Yeah, 2000.
Oh, 2000?
Yeah.
And beyond.
Oh,
and
you
beyond.
mean after that point?
Yeah, from 2000 to today. That's what the list is. It's a little tougher.
2000. See, some of them songs, I'm not sure. What's number
I
one?
just want you to give me an artist that you think is on the top 10.
Oh, I got some artists. Well, yeah, you go him. Go.
Probably Jodeci.
Jodeci, okay. I think that was 90s.
I said Adele was
Adele,
my first one.
Jodeci.
The Weeknd.
Hold up.
Okay. Who else? Big Shug.
Trying to think, man. 2000s, man. There's a lot of people, but that's kind of a new flavor. Oh,
Katy Perry.
Chris Brown.
Ooh, Chris Brown. That's a good one.
We got 5 names. Right? 5 names.
Yep.
Chris Brown.
Cut some more out. You got 5 more.
Justin Bieber.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Who else? I'm thinking of now. I'm trying to get around that time.
Bionici.
Maybe Mac. Oh, no, he wasn't 2000.
That's a great one.
Man, huh?
Anywhere from 2000 to 21st century is what?
The year 2000 to 2024.
So for the last 20 years.
Man. But go ahead, I'm good because there's so many.
All right. Number 10. Brandy, Full Moon. Came out in 2002.
Okay.
Oh.
Number 9. Erykah Badu, Bag Lady. 2000.
Bag Lady.
Number 8. That song's bomb. You gon' hurt your back. John Legend, Ordinary People.
Okay.
Number 7. Alicia Keys, Fallen. I keep on. Number 6. Frank Ocean.
Why would you sing something so evil? Go ahead.
Frank Ocean. Damn, I didn't get any yet.
Oop.
Did I? No,
not yet. Number 5. Mariah Carey. We belong together. Number 4. Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige.
Be Without You.
She's Without Him.
Number 3.
Mad song. I just wasn't thinking it.
Beyonce.
Bionici.
Dangerously in Love 2. Number 2. D'Angelo. Untitled.
Oh, man.
What year does that say? 2000?
2000.
Oh, okay. That's stretching.
And then number 1, I think this means 2000 to 2010 because all these songs are within that region. Number 1, Usher, Confessions Part 2.
Usher.
These are my confessions.
So listen. Yo, DL.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that Untitled video?
Only at your house when I walked in on you watching it.
Yeah. So
the danger zone.
No. So did Tanya? Did you see it, Tanya?
Oh, I've seen that video many, many times.
Okay, DL, you seen it too?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. She said many.
Okay, so
I'm just being honest.
Hey, DL, don't be looking at
like
the
a
floor
snack.
of this. Yo. So, but did you only see it one time? Tell the truth.
I can't remember. I never watched it on purpose, but it was in the TRL days.
I never watched it on purpose.
Yo, so listen.
But yeah.
So listen.
I've probably seen it more
the
than
reason
once.
why I say that.
Everybody's seen that video at some point, even a glimpse.
The funny thing is because I was hanging out around him at the time. Like, so a couple of times got up with D'Angelo because we were supposed to do a song together. Shit, we still should do that these years later. I heard he's going to be doing a song with Jay-Z in the Book of Clarence.
A 9-minute long song coming out. 9-minute long.
So, but I was around him. So, I would say shit like, yo, you was wild for doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. That was a genius. That was genius. Because he was all fit and trim. He shot that, made every woman in the world fall in love with him. Then he went and got fat. He was like, yeah.
You got us now. You already got us.
He's the world's biggest catfisher.
He disappeared.
We weren't
he only like
time.
he only like 5'6", 5'7". Like he's so dude.
Sideways? This way?
Oh boy.
Nah. Well, he ain't
like a double
even
stack.
fat like that. Yo, he ain't even fat like that right now.
He's a giant to us short ladies, so there you go.
Yeah. He ain't fat like that right now though. You know what I'm saying? He got a little kid too. That's a grown man, woman.
So does he call him Quiznos?
Nah.
Dad joke.
Yeah.
Dad joke. The danger zone.
Oh my god.
How could you be so evil?
Yeah. So yeah, that was a weird list. I don't know if I like that list, but it is what it is. The numbers don't lie, so that's the list.
Yo. But we got
I
something.
don't think it was necessarily based on numbers. Though.
We ready to see who's stupid up.
Yeah. I guess it's that time of the week or second time of the year, right? Yeah, second time of the year. Who's the second stupidest person of 2024?
Let me tell you something. This person is also the first, but it's not a new story. The person's name is Deabra DeLon Redden. If you don't know who that is, it's the man, if you haven't seen it by now, who the judge was about to sentence him.
Oh my God, that man, they should call him Leapfrog.
Yo, let me tell you something. To me, the reason why I'm even speaking about this is because, they're going to give you this time. You're going to get the time. By you going off like that and jumping over there and all that, so maybe there's somebody that you're in love with in jail because you'll get ready to go back there mad longer for some dumb shit that you wasn't probably even gonna get that time. You know what I mean? But it was stupid that, first of all, he wasn't even the only stupid one in the situation. So he's up there trying to punch and hit the judge. Hopefully she was all right. She came out all right. And there was a court lawyer up there trying to help in one court office. And then meanwhile, there was two lawyers in the front of the desk, like they weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So that means they don't even got the natural thing in them to try to protect this woman. And it's like
they were like, they don't pay me enough. And I don't like this judge, maybe.
Sometimes too many people though, you can't give a good ass whipping if there's too many people surrounding somebody. So maybe
but in that
you know what I mean? Like,
hey, this might be true.
Allowed the opportunity.
But in that point,
in
that point, you were trying to separate her from him. So it's about separating. But I feel that he was stupid too, because then now, so he came back to court. He jumped over him and they had to wrestle him, and people see the footage. You can look at it. But
no.
So when he did that, so he did come back in court again.
Okay.
But this time, they had several officers, looked like SWAT patrol.
They had him in the Hannibal Lecter fucking chair.
Oh, like locked up with his ankles.
He had something on called the spit mask. You know what I mean? And then he had these things over his hands, like paws. Like they had his ass. So the thing is,
mittens.
when the judge started reading off when she was reading off his charges, that shit was crazy. Like he had assaulted a few people that were like 60 and over. You know what I mean? And dipped like crazy shit. So his time was he spoke very eloquent and articulate when he was before he dove on the judge. Right? If anybody heard that footage.
Wolf of sheep's clothing. Yeah, I heard him trying to be all innocent. I don't do that now. I don't do that now. That's not who I am right now. You mean these 30 seconds? What? These 30 seconds right now that you're speaking?
I seen the crazy thing is I was once in court and the dude said the judge served this dude. I knew the dude too. The judge served him. And he was like, "Oh, that's all you're gonna give me, you fat motherfucker!" Oh, and then he took a office chair and threw it at the judge from where we was at.
So I was just gonna bring that. I was just gonna bring that up. Up until I was about 30 years old, my favorite movie was Dead Presidents. And I don't know if you ever saw Dead Presidents, but it's about a man who comes home from a man who was drafted into Vietnam because he didn't go to college, came home from Vietnam, couldn't get a job anywhere, couldn't support his family, went and did a bank robbery. That no one was supposed to get killed. They were just supposed to rob some money. Someone died, and they ended up giving him life. And at the end of the movie, he throws the chair at the judge. That was the
Dude.
first thing I thought of when I saw that guy jumping.
Yo, when I seen that, I seen that in real life. So that's why I was like, yo, I remember dude that I know threw that chair up, grabbed that shit and threw it up there. You know, and I said, when I seen that in the movie, I said, yo, they like that and 50 Cent Get Rich and Die Trying the shower fight, right? With the guy, somebody got stabbed or whatever. I seen these things like in real. So I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is like, knowing that real life shit in the movies, they put it in there. Also, the reason what I'm saying is, we go back to this. Diabra DeLon Redden, if I'm saying your name correctly or incorrectly, now he be getting served. So they just told him what all his charges were. He'll be returning so he can know what his sentence is. But you are stupid as hell, bro, because no one ever said, I'm going to whip the judge's ass and get less time. You know what I mean? So you knew what you were doing and you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So maybe you got something out of it. Maybe you didn't, man. Hopefully you get the help you need, bro. But that shit is stupid as hell, man. It is what it is.
Did he at least get life? I mean, what sentence did he
Nah.
get? What sentence did he get that made him freak?
Yeah, because when
if it's not life,
attack,
then
that's a federal
you're
employee.
You're going up.
Just hold for 1 sec. Hold for 1 sec, man. We're still here. We're still here.
Make sure you subscribe to the podcast.
We're good. We done. Episode 101.
Clip
101.
channel. Everyone listening on Spotify, y'all need to go to YouTube and be cool. It's cool on YouTube. Smoke the marijuana.
Cannabis.
So yeah, but yeah, that was a good one. That was another good one.
My big.
It's all good.
Y'all there?
Oh yeah. My baloney. Oh, sorry.
Hold on. Where you sound?
B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
got zapped. Oh, there you go.
Hello, you
We're
hear me?
back.
Yeah, we here.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Episode 101.
One-on-ones in the books. Did you have a good episode, Chef Tanya?
I had a great episode.
Hell yeah.
We laughed.
I'm
We
gonna
talked
my
about
shit is
serious matters.
So,
I
serious
won.
matters.
I won the NFL
I can't come
season,
back?
the regular season.
Thing right here.
Oh, I see. Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man,
So,
I'm sorry, man. I had a Yamese.
No, we're
I had a
good.
Yamese. You know what I'm saying? So I have returned. But this week, stupid as hell, Diabra, DeLon, Redden, you stupid as hell.
Stupid.
And me and my two compadres, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure you get the picture with the accurate scripture. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's us. Yo,
Oh, what are you doing?
another one's in the cookbooks.
Yeah, it's another one. Sorry about that. I
Yo,
fucked up over here. It was my fault. Yeah, that's another one. 101
no,
deep.
Yo, 2024, man, it is what it is. Hey, appreciate y'all. Remember,
101.
excuses have no purpose, so don't make them.
Don't make
You
them.
know, and you know we gonna keep on coming every week. You know, do some different things at times, and you know, let's keep it moving. Shout out to Chef Tanya Cole on the football season,
Jeez.
and now we'll move on,
I'm going with
man.
my trophy. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
What a
And
timing.
Also,
What timing that was.
as we grow, we glow. You know what I'm saying? Like I said once again, excuses have
I'm
no
glowing
purpose, so don't make
and
them.
growing.
make them.
As we
Don't make
grow,
'em.
we glow.
Yeah.
And
Like a glower.
we'll catch you next week on my dark days.
On my dark days, I chop crack on the regular. Ran up in spots and clapped on the regular. Took big fat ass stacks from the register. No matter how hard they tried, they still couldn't measure them.